Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at NoDotKu by Ghandi or Ghandi, seeing the capitalization. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We have to place the digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. All possible Kropki dots are given, i.e., all orthogonally adjacent digits are separated by a white dot when consecutive and a black dot when in a 1 to 2 ratio. That's it. We'll talk about it while solving, right? Sip of tea. Restart. Don't know if we need colors. Effectively what it's saying, because we don't have any Kropki dots, it just becomes a negative constraint, as in no two orthogonally connected cells can be consecutive or in a 1 to 2 ratio. That's what it is, right? As in we can't put 2 here, for instance. We can't put 3 here, 4 or 5. Which gives me my first digit, right? Because we do need 4 in box number 5, but it why did I say no 4? No, 5 or 7. I have no idea. So 4 is in one of those. It doesn't give, I don't have a digit yet, but maybe we'll get there. Right, so how can I pencil mark these? How? I don't know, like this probably, but just by putting the digits, probably. Because what could this be? It could be 3 or 5. Well, it can't be 3 or 5, I should say. And it can't be 2 or 8. So 3, 5, or 2 and 8 are gone. So 1, 6, 7, and 9. Okay, that might be useful. These are not 6. Neither are these. Right. Not as useful as I hoped. Not as useful as I hoped. One of these is 6, because this one can't be 6. Which means that we need a 6 there. Not sure if that is useful. I am not sure how that will be useful. So what's next? That's interesting. That is interesting. There must be more that I'm not, more reductions that I can make that I'm not really rocking yet, right? Well, we can only not have 4 here and 6. Is that worth it? In the pencil marking, those are not 3, and they're not 5 or 7. Not 3, not 5 or 7. That doesn't sound worth pencil marking. Oh, well, except that this becomes a 6-5. That's not gonna work. Why did I put 6 here? There's definitely a 6 there. It's the 5 that's here, not the 6. It's the 5 that's here. So now there's definitely a 6 there. That's actually more like it. There's definitely a 6 here. I say that's more like it. I don't know what that's gonna get me, because we already have the 4 in the middle, so we know what there is here. I can't have 5 here though, can I? because it will eliminate the 4. So I can't have 5 here. Can't have 5 there. So one of these have to be 5. It can't be this one. So that is 5, and these are 5, right? Well, one of them, not both, of course. Again, the only thing I know now is that 5 and 6 are on opposite corners of this rectangle. Does that matter? I don't know. I don't know. Right. Does the fact that I have 4 in one of these matter? Is there a place where we can't put 4? Because 4 had to be next to only 4 digits, right? 1, 6, 7, and 9. Is there a place where we can't have? Well, the same happens here, right? Because one of these is 4. But I don't see how that could be a problem yet, right? This one is between all of those. And we definitely can just put 2 more, right? Or does that eliminate 5 from everywhere? I don't think that it does. I don't think that it does. Well, the fact that we do have to fit other digits should be taken into consideration, right? Because 7 and 9 both eliminate 8, right? Right. So if these are 1, 7, 1, 6, 7, 9 like that, what can we have in the middle? Well, we can't have 2. But we can't have 3. Well, here we can't have 4. We can't have 5 because of the 6. 7 is gone, and we can't have 8. Okay, so this is not a valid configuration of 1, 6, 7, and 9. Because then you need the 4 in the middle, I guess. That's the only digit that works, right? 1, 6, 7, and 9, 4 of them eliminate everything. Except 4, let's be clear. Right, so this can't be 4. Right. Do we have a problem if there are 3 of them? And if it's these 3, for instance, and the 4 is there? Depends on which 3 we use, right? We can always have the 2, for instance, if we don't use the 1. Oh, this isn't 1. Neither is this one. I can't even pencil mark. But we knew that already. Okay. Did that change anything? Ooh. Instead of actually looking here, I already have 4 that I wasn't looking at. But what should this one be then? If we follow the same logic, it has to be 4, right? Well, except what? Except these could repeat, right? So that probably doesn't actually work. Then I can have 9 here and 9 there, for instance, right? And then not have a 1, say, with 6 and 6. That's fine, right? This could be anything else, then it doesn't have to be 4. Not anything else, but it could be, for instance, what it could be. No, it can't be 1. It could be 2, because we only had 6 and 9, right? For instance. Right. So it's not necessarily 4 there. Right. doesn't have to be 4, but do I know more about what it has to be? I don't think, well, I mean, maybe I can go through them, but that doesn't sound very, I don't know, efficient. And we're here for efficiency, I mean, obviously, right? I always do these as fast as I can. I do them as fast as I can. It's just not that fast. Right. So I have 5, 2, 3, 5, and 8 still that I need to fit. 2 and 3 can't be next to each other. Okay. And 8 can't be next to the 7 or the 9. Okay, so this one isn't 8. Neither is this one. This one isn't 8, neither is this one. So, oh, I still have a place for an 8, right? This one can be 8. Because that would have been interesting, because then this wouldn't be 4, but if these aren't 8, this one could be still, right? This would be 6. And this could be 1 or 6. Does that matter? This could be 6. 1 or 6. Maybe. Can this one be 8? This would be 1 and 6. That looks okay, right? Any other one that's really difficult to place? I mean, the 3 couldn't be next to the 6, neither can the 5, but it's only 6. Well, 3 couldn't be next to 2 either, of course, or 4, but 4s are already there, so I don't know. There are enough places still for everything else, so maybe that's not it. Maybe I'm making this more difficult than it is. Or maybe just I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Does the fact that one of these is 5 make any difference? I don't know. Can this one be 5? It would eliminate 4 from here and 6 from all of them. So these become a 7, 9. This could still be 1, 7, 9. Don't know. And eliminating 1 is not exactly a huge win, is it? I don't know. Do know that I need to put 5 somewhere here, right? I'm just now grasping at straws. We needed 5 there, and we need a 5 here, so that should be okay. 7 is the 3 is the same, isn't it? I can't have 3 here, so I'm gonna need 3 somewhere there and 3 somewhere here. Maybe we are getting somewhere. Maybe we are getting somewhere. So now one of these is 3. Oh, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? I can't have 2 here. That's what it means. It's a huge win, right? We can still have 2 in any of those though, and of course here. I don't think that really helped, did it? 7 we can definitely have here, so that's not it. Hmm. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. 7 we can't have here, but we can have it there, right? It's no problem having it there either. Just putting 3 odd digits next to each other. Is there a problem? Put 7, that would be 9 and 1. What would I be left with? 2 and 8. That doesn't look problematic. Is there an issue of in where is 3 here? Well, I mean, it can't be there. But besides that, doesn't look like it, does it? Three and 5 should be no problem. Oh, no. No. I can't have 3 and 5. I say that it shouldn't be a problem, but it is, because they both eliminate the 6. Ah. So I need 3 here somewhere. So one of those is 3. That's... That's not a big issue, is it? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, can't have 3 here because of the 4. Oh, that's really nice. If it's true, let's follow that logic again. 3 with 5 would eliminate 6 from both of these. 6 because it's double, and 5 well, 3 because it's double, and 5 it's consecutive. Right? Can't have 3 here because of the 4, which took me forever to see. So I don't know why. Can't have 3 here or there. Okay, so this is 3. Right. I do get a digit. We're off. Right, but what was I saying about 3 here then? Well, we couldn't have 3 in any of those. These couldn't be 3 either. Right, because if these are 3, both of them eliminate the 4. So one of these have to be 3. That's... So the 3 and the 5 have to be in the same... column. Sip of tea while I think if that makes a difference. Can I have 3 and 5 there? I mean, I don't see why not. 3 and 5 would eliminate 6. 3 and 5 would mean that this one is 6, right? One of those is 3 and the other is 5. This would have to be 6 because these can't be 3. So this would be 1 and 9. And next to the 6 we need... What do we need? We need 2 and 8. Seems to be okay. Right? And the other way around, if these are 3 and 5, this would have to be 6, right? Because now we have 3. No, that's not true. We can have 3 and 5 here. That's not true. I don't know. So one of these is 3. At least I know that. At least I know that. Does that have an impact on where 2 is? Does that have an impact on where 2 is? Well, this was never 2 to start with, but this would be 2. This one can't be 2 either now because it eliminates 3 from all of them. We still have 3 places though, right? 2 eliminates 1 and 4, but 4 is already spoken for. I don't know. I don't know. Do I know where 3 is in box number 1? Too many options, right? Can I eliminate it from any of them? Do we need a 6 here? Not necessarily, right? I feel like I'm missing something very, very essential here. Though I don't know what that is. I still need, well, this can't be 2. Okay, maybe it's a question of what could this be. Well, not really, because it can still be 1, 7, 9, and 8, right? Yeah. Right. Right. Hmm. Can this one be 4 again? Because then we would need 179, 179, 179. And these would be 3, 5. Right. And this would have to be 2, 8. So the 8 would have to be next to the 1. And then we would have 7, 9, and 7, 9, and 2. This can't be 8, of course. So this would have to be 8, and this would have to be 2. I don't know. It looks like it can, right? If this is 179, do we have any problem fitting other things here? What are we still missing them? Because now we have 179. We do have the 4 in the middle. This is 179. We have 5 somewhere, and we still need 8 and 2. That is definitely not an issue, right? I say that, but this one isn't 7, 9. This one could be 8, and this would be 1, right? 1 and 6. Or this one could be 8, and this would be, well, 1 or 6. This would be 1 as well. So this would have to be 6. Doesn't look like it doesn't work in any case. Might be missing something like the 5 or the 3. That's very plausible. I don't know. I was thinking, where can I put 6, but I don't see a problem with any of them, right? There are 2 5s, so sure, the 6 would eliminate 5 here, and would make this 1, 1, 9. So it would be 1 and 9, but that seems to be okay, right? 3 in row number 3? Nah, that can't be it, right? This one isn't 3, but besides that, is there an issue? Okay, maybe 4. Can we have 4 next to the 3, 5? Probably. Probably. This requires 1, 7. Well, not necessarily. It is from 1, 7, 1, 6, 7, and 9. But we can again repeat, right? At least this one could be repeated. But it's not 3, 5 then. It's not 3, 5. Does that matter? Does that matter? Then I would have 3 and 5, but I still don't know how that matters. This then couldn't be 6, but besides that, it could be, well, it's not 6 to start with, so it could be 1, 7, 9. This can never be 6 in any case, so besides the fact that there is a 6 in the column, but just because it would eliminate 3 and 5 completely. Okay, so where can I put 3 here? Is there any issue with putting 3 anywhere? Keeping in mind that it eliminates 6. I don't think so. Even if we put it here in the middle and it eliminates all of the 4 and this becomes a 4, and then we can't put 6 in any, can't put 6 in any of these. We can still put 6 there, right, next to the 4. I am missing something that I can't reason my way to or around. And 8 is quite interesting as well, because it can't be next to 7, 9, or 4. Just like 6 or 3 or 2. 2 can't be next to 1, 3, or 4. Now, how is that going to help me? We looked at 2 in multiple places, right? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. It doesn't resolve anything, but at least I'm sure it does resolve some things, but it doesn't really. The fact that it's next to the other 6 makes it less impressive. Yes. We already knew that these couldn't be 3, 5, or 7, right? So okay. Oh, now I need a 6 here. What does that mean? I need a 6 here. So this one can't be 3. But this one doesn't have to be 3, does it? Any of those could be 3, right? Well, this one can't be 3 either. Those two. Those two can't be 3, right? So if this is 3, then one of those is 4. But these are 3, 5, and that doesn't work. Same here. If this is 3, then no, not one of these is 4. This could be 4. Let's see. Let's do the same problem, the same issue. Right, so if this is 3, this is 6, and this is 4. Right. Hold on. Let's do that again. One of these is 3. One of these is 3. Can this be at all be 4? No, right? Because if this is 3, this one had to be 4. If this is 3, this one had to be 4. And of course, if one of those is 3, then this is not 4. So this is not 4. Anything else I can do with this? If any of those is 3, then this is no, but this one makes a difference. If this is 3, then this isn't 6, but if this is 3, this could be 6. This might be as far as we get with this, which is not far. Which is not far. What happens with if this is 4? Because then we get 179 in all of these. Is that acceptable? Oh, one of these. No, I don't know that one of these is 6. I do not know that. So if this is 4, these would have to be 179. Of course, this becomes 5, but that's not a problem, right? So this would have to be 8, said to be 1. These are 7, 9. Seems okay. And what about this one? Because then these would have to be 1, 9, right? This is 6. 1, 9, and 6. If this is 4. Six would mean that one of these is 3. That's 6. More tea. I don't know if this is within my abilities. Three. Well, this one isn't three. Does that help? If this is three, then none of these is six, but I have two places for a six still. That's not. If that's a four now, then this one would have to be a three, which means that neither of these is a six, and this one would have to be a six, right? No, we still have this one. No, we can't have this one. I'm pretty sure there are better ways of thinking of that, but I don't know what that is, so bear with me. If this is four, this is 179. We have three 179, and this is 79 as well, and this becomes a six. But then this one is a four, right? Four. This could be six. These string of cause and effect. Actually, I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. I haven't tried it as well. A little bit, but while playing chess, you can just sit on the board and I don't know, think as many uh, moves deep into the position as you can, or depending on the position. And it's at least after a bit of practice, it's easy to just see it in your mind's eye, the resulting position. While just putting numbers, I don't know, that probably depends on me, so please let me know. I find it a bit difficult to keep track of where I put what. So in my head, thinking, oh, I put four here and three there, and whatever it is, and keep on continuing to see what the effect is. Maybe it's just practice. Maybe I have an issue with numbers, which make Sudoku so perfect for me. What else makes sense to pencil mark? What other digits does it make sense to pencil mark? Does it make sense to pencil mark 2 here? Not really. Does it make sense to pencil mark what we can have here? Already 4 and 6 are gone, so it's only 2 that we can't have, right? So it's 1, 7, 8, 9. Is that going to help? I don't know. Can we eliminate anything anywhere else? Doesn't look like it. If I could eliminate ones, that would be great, because every time next to a 7, 9, I can't put an 8. But here I can't have put an 8, but I can still have 8 here. Can I have 8 here? Because then this would be 8. And then we would have 1. Sure. Why would that be an issue? If that's an 8, I don't know why would that be an issue. Again, we need to eliminate ones. Because if that's 1 and that's 7, 9. If I do put an 8 here, I'm left with, well, something from 179. Well, not 7. So something from 1 or 9 and a 2. Still doable. That's still doable. Sec. That's still doable. What am I missing in row number 6? A 2 could be interesting. It's not here, but it could be there, right? Or any of those, of course. So there are 3 places, unfortunately. I'm not sure if anything else is interesting. We already have 5 and 6, so that's not very interesting. That's not very interesting. Did I give up too quickly on the 3-5 in box number 2? I don't see how. But they both eliminate 6, so that's... Ah. So we can't have a 6 in these. That should be interesting, right? One of those is a pair of 3-5, and it doesn't matter which. It eliminates 6 from both of these. So we definitely need a 6 there. That might be interesting. I don't know. Now we don't have 6 there. Can't have 6 here either. Oh, well, hold on. Well, that is true, but this isn't 7 then, of course. Of course. So what else do I know then? I can't have 7 here, right? Because there is a 3-5, and if I put a 7, then I've eliminated 6 from both of these. So now one of these is a 7. One of these is a 7. Sure, one of these is a 7. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. That's almost fun, but so now I have 3 and 5 here. I don't know with what still, right? 6 only eliminates 7. 6 only eliminates 7. only eliminates 7. And 7 eliminates 6 and 8. But that's... I mean, I know I can get things that are really very silly, like this can't be 6, 8. Why? How could that be useful? This can't be 6, 8 because it would you'd eliminate 7 from all of these, right? But so that's so artificial. What do I know? I know that there's either a 3 or a 5 here. Does that matter? There as well, right? Well, maybe if we put a 3 here, that might matter because this becomes a 3, right? And this isn't a 6 then. So one of those is a 6. This to be very exact. If that's a 3, then that's a 6. And then one of these would have to be 6. Oh. Oh, yeah. If one of these is 3, then this one is 3. Okay, so far so good. But then we'd need a 3 here, right? So far so good. But then where's 6? This couldn't be 6 anymore. Neither could this be. Oh, this could still be 6. Ah, this could still be 6, right? Right? Yeah, this could still be 6. It will have to be 6. It will have to be 6. Yeah. There's a whole series of domino effects for that, right? Now we need a 3. This would be 6, but then this would be 4, so we don't care that there's a 3 here, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Ah, I don't know if that's interesting or not. Well, it is interesting in a very, very weird way. If now we need 3 and 5, right? So one of these is either a 3 or a 5. If one of those is 3, then that's a 3. Okay, so far so good, because that's the only place where we can have a 3. But if one of them is 5, then this would have to be 5. If it's not 3, if it's 5, then this is not 5 either. Those aren't 5, and this can't be. So this is actually a 3 or 5, which means that this isn't 6. And neither of these could be 6 anymore. Wow. So now we definitely have a 6 here. And we have a 7-9 pair as well. So this isn't 8. We'll get back to that. So this isn't 6. Okay, what happens to 3? Because now this couldn't be 3 anymore. Does that matter? I mean, was there a reason why these couldn't be 3? hold on. Hold on. This can't be 3. These aren't 3. So one of these is 3, right? One of these is 3. This could be 3 still. Yeah. Okay. If this is 3, then this would have to be 4. If this is 3, then this would have to be 4. If that's 3, then this would have to be 4. Yeah, but if this one is 3, then this breaks down, right? If this one is 3, then this becomes a 6, but this one can be 4. And this one can be 4, right? Okay, well, let's have a look at 8. I'm not sure. Well, maybe not look at 8, but look at what this could be. What could it be? 1 or 2. Okay, 1 or 2 already. No, can't have 1. So 2, sure. We couldn't have 3. We can have 4. We can't have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. Okay, so that's worth pencil marking. We could have 2. Could have 4. And that's it. Right? Am I mistaken? We couldn't have 3. We couldn't have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. Yeah, 2 or 4. 2 or 4. Interesting. Interesting. Two or four. Does it matter if it's 2? As in there will be no 1 there, but one the only digit that can't be next to 1 or 1 can't be next to is 2, right? And there are still lots of places, it seems. Lots of places. Right. Though I do need to put 5 in one of these now. Well, that has been the case for a while now, right? Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter? It's all almost with no cigar. Again, I need to figure out where the ones are. And I can this be 4? These would have to become, no, that's 3 and 5. This can't be 4 then, right? These are the only 3 places where we can have 3 and 5. Yeah, this can't be 4. Because if this is 4, then that's a 3-5 pair, and this would have to be 3 or 5. So Right, so finally something. Finally something. Not a lot, but finally something. Does this have to be 4 or 6? I don't think so, right? This could be 6 and this could be 4 still. This is all still not getting me farther, is it? This is still not getting me very far. I'm not sure why. It does look like it's getting there in box number 1, but it's not, is it? Is it? 4. I still have 4, 6, and 2 for all of these. And even if I didn't, can I have 2 here? Right, maybe it's more a question of what can I have here. I can have 1 and 8 though, right? I can't have 2 there though, right? Because wherever I put 2, it's going to be next to a 3, 5. Oh no, 5 is still okay with the 2. Why am I eliminating? Oh, it's only this one that isn't 2, but one of those could be 2. Okay, what about this one then in particular? This one can't be 2, fine, but it can be 1 and it can be 8. That's not gonna make a difference, is it? That's not gonna make a difference. Oof. Is it again about, if this is 4, then we have 179 here. That's a 6. So this isn't, those become 3 and 5. That's a 2. And that's a 1. No, hold on. Where's 8? If that's 4, that's 6. That's from 179. That's a 2. Oh, this from 179. So that's 1. This would have to be 8. I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem with that. Okay, what about 3? Either this one is 3 or those are 3. That's not. So what happened if this one was 3? Then this one had to be 4. And that becomes a 4. That's a 3. And 5. Yeah. Do I need to pencil mark other? What makes sense? The 8 doesn't really, because everything still has a 1. Annoyingly. Well, maybe I know what these are now, more or less. It's 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Okay. Just bear with me. These are from 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8, right? Can't have 4, can't have 1, and we can't have 7 or 9. Okay. This one isn't 8, and this one isn't 2. How's this going to help? How is this going to help? Well, there's no 6 here, of course. So it's from 2, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. Um, 2, 3, 5, 8. Of course, we can't have 3 and 5, so we have 2 or 8 here, right? Because 3 and 5 were in the same column. So we have 2 or 8 in one of these. Can this be 2? I don't see why not. If this is 2, then that's 1. That's 4. That's as far as it goes. We would need 1 here, but the thing to say as well, if this is 2, then this is 8. I don't know if that's an issue, but if this is, no, what am I talking about? If this is not, this is 2, this is 3, 5. This is from 3, 5. So one of these would have to be 8. One of these would have to be 8. Right. I'm just wondering what happens if this is 4 now, because this would have to be 179, right? This would have to be 179. So this isn't 8 anymore. Does this have to be 8? I don't think so, right? We have 3, 5 here. But this could be 8 still. And this would be 6. And this would be 2. No. This would have to be 6. Oh yeah. Hold on. If this is 4, then this is from 179. And these are 3, 5. So that's 6. And that's 8. And that doesn't work. Sure. An easier way of looking at this is if this is 4, then this is from 179, right? It can't be 6. Now you have all 179, so this one has to be 6, right? But we needed 3 and 5 in the same diagonal. This one is now from 179, so we can't have 3, 5. And that's 6, and then we can't have 3, 5 either. So this one can't be 4. And this one is 4. And amazingly, this is not going to give us anything. Just that we clear. It's not, solving the whole thing or so. Right. It does give me 6, 7, 9 here, right? It does give me 6, 7, 9. So now I have 3 of them here. Oh, this one isn't 6, it's 7, 9. To be very clear, very exact. Okay, so now I know that this isn't 8. I know that this isn't 8. What? No, I don't. There's nothing that's not accounted for, right? Wow, all of that to get this 4, and it's not really that interesting? Or am I missing something? What am I missing? Oh, there's a 6 here. No, there isn't. We don't know that. We don't know that. So I can pencil mark this as well. Probably pencil mark everything, but is it worth it? It's not 2. It's not 3 or 5, but it's. So what could it be? Just 2, 4, and 6. It's not 1. It could be 2. It's not 3. It could be 4. It's not 5. It could be 6. It's not 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, it's 2, 4, or 6. What does that mean? It means that there's an 8 here. How is that useful? How is that useful? How is that useful? I don't know. The 8 can't be next to a 7, 9, but we could have 7, 9 here, right? Said that there should be a 2 or an 8 here. Yeah, that's still 4 digits. There is a 3 or a 5 here. Ah, there is a 3 or a 5 here, because we can't have 3, 5 there, and we can't have 3, 5 here. So there's definitely a 3 or a 5 there. So there is no 6. There is no 6. which gives me the only 6 in row number 3. Which means that this is so. Right, which means that that's a 4. That's not a 9. Okay. Can I pencil mark these? I mean, these are 3, 5. And then I still need 1, 2, 7, and 8, right? Right, this one can't be 7. And that's about it. Wow, okay, that's not, I expected more. 1, 2, 7, and 8, yeah. I didn't get any closer with the 3. I did not. I did not. Okay. All of that leads me to believe that I should have been getting these much quicker. I mean, of course, I realize that. But these are just still, say, opening shots, right? Right? That's 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. So this isn't 2 and this isn't 2. Is that it? Yeah. So one of these have to be 2. So there's no 1 here. There's no 2 there. One of them is 2. Okay. Okay. And then still don't know which is which. That's quite something, isn't it? One of those is a 6. So this one isn't a 7, for what it's worth. Oh, so I need a 7 there. That's more interesting, right? That's more interesting. This becomes a 1. That's not a 1. 6 or 9. Well, this could be a 7 as well. So I don't know what I eliminated from here. The 8. That wasn't true. But the 1 is still correct. The 1 is still correct. Though it doesn't really help me. Well, you can take the 1s out. It helps me with that. This becomes a 6-1 though, doesn't it? No. We already have 1. We just need 1 here. This one isn't 8 though. I don't need 3. I don't know how that helps though. I still don't know. Right. Right. With every discovery, I think, and now it's going to be easy. And no, not a complaint, mind you. Not a complaint. Okay. What did I have with 3 here? It was not this one. It was one of these, right? Did that matter? And I still don't know which one it is, right? Or I can't even limit it. No. No. Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm getting tired. Do I know where 7 is? 7 is in one of those. How does that help? Not 4, 7. Now tell me, how does that help? We can't have 8 there, but I can have 8 here, right? 8 and 6 then. 8 and 6, this would have to be 7. 8 and 6. Doesn't look problematic. It does not. What was this again? Because it couldn't be 3, 5. Now it can't be 7 and it can't be 1. So it's 2, 6 or 8, right? 1, 2. It couldn't be 3 or 5. It can't be 4. It can't be 1, of course. It can't be 6. It can't be 7. Why can't it be 9? Just because I forgot it? Yes. Right. 2, 6, 8, 9. That's starting to get interesting. Starting, but not really. 2, 6, 8, 9. No, just not enough. Not enough yet. Not enough yet. Do I know more about this one now? It's 1, 2, or 9, right? But it can be 2. It can't be 3, it can't be 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Yeah, but 1, 2, or 9 is probably enough. what about this one? Well, this one can be 8, so that's not gonna work, is it? That's not gonna work. What could this be? It's not 1, but right, it can be 2. It can't be 3. Can't be 4 or 5. No 6, no 7. 8 or 9 are still plausible. That's a lot of options, right? So again, what could we have? We could have 2. We can't have 3 because of the 6. Can't have 4 because it's already taken. Can't have 5 or 6 because of the 6 or 7. But we can have 8 or 9. Of course, I can have the 6 here. I shouldn't forget, right? Both of them. I did say I can't have the 6 because of the 6, but that's not true or correct. Oh, wow. I always struggle with negative constraints, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What am I supposed to look at? What am I supposed to still consider? I had hoped for more here, but maybe there is more. Oh, well, the 7 can't have the 8, but only there. 7 would be 8. No, that doesn't. That's a 7. Both of these are 3, 5, right? Okay. This would be 8 and this would be 2. Nah. But I haven't pencil marked these yet. Maybe that's where it's not. It is not. So we definitely have a 1 there, which only eliminates the 2 and only from the middle, right? So that's not exactly. So we can still have 1, 2. We can still have 3 as well, unfortunately. 4 and 5. But not 4, but yeah, 3 and 5. Yeah, and everything else, right? Which is 8 and 9, but that's not worth pencil marking. What's again interesting? maybe that the fact that this isn't 8. It's not that that's interesting for me. It could have, if we could have 179, but it's not. One, 6, 7. Just to be extra clear. Can this still be 4? Or get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 7, 9? Wow, it looks like it. Doesn't it? If that's 1, 6, 7, 9, then we have 4 of them. All we can say then this isn't 7, right? It looks like it. Otherwise, what about this one? Can I have 179 here? Oh no, I can't. This one can't be 4 because then I would need 179 in all of those because these can't be 6. But then I would have 4. Okay, so this isn't 4. Ah, that helps with these, doesn't it? No, but yeah, that's a 6. That definitely helps. That definitely helps. Right, this isn't 4, so that is. That is. Try and pencil marking the 4. I don't know. I don't know why I forgot about it. Right. It's not that important. That's 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 9. Right, this isn't 5 or 9, so it's 3. Right. These are non-force, and this one is resolved. This isn't 7. This isn't 7. Neither is this 1 nor 7, it's a 6. It's a 6, which leaves me with what? It leaves me with a 2 that can't be there. So that's 2. And an 8. So this becomes a 1 and this becomes a 7. Right. This isn't 6 anymore, so this one is. And now I know then that this can't be 3, neither can these, so that's a 3. Right. That's a 3. This one isn't a 3. I'm talking way too calmly, I think, now. I'm falling asleep. Tea isn't helping. Right, and then here I have 5, 8, and 2. Can I eliminate anything? Yeah, of course. There's no 8 here. That's an 8. Those become a 2, 5. That means, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Right. We do need an 8 here, so this is 1. That actually helps. That helps. Does it resolve anything? Well, yeah, it does. It does. Right, and here then I'll have 5 and 2, right? 2 and 5, and there I would have 3, 1, and 8. This one isn't 1, this one isn't 8. And that's about it. That's about it. Right, in box number 7, what am I still missing? 2, 5, and 7. Both of these can't be 2, so this is 2. That has to be 7, and that has to be 5. That helps. That helps. No, that doesn't help. How did I get another 5? Just by being an idiot. Okay. No, 2, 5, and 9. Right. This is still a 2, though. Two, 7, and 9. I'll get there eventually. One day. One day. One day. Right. 7. There's no 5 here. There's no 2. And I'm still missing, well, a 2 because I just deleted it. And not a 3, a 5. Right. So it's so, right? Five to 6 and 9. Can I resolve those? Yeah, I can with the 5, right? And then this has to be a 7, this has to be a 1, this has to be a 9, and this has to be a 6, 9, 5, 2, 5, and not a 7. I don't need a 7. I don't need a 6. I do need a 3 though. I do need an 8, which both work. Right. Moment of truth. Yay. That was pathetic. If I may so say so myself. But yeah, it's only by doing these things that you maybe eventually get better. So let's hope for that. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know how long it took you, and if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe, maybe share. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.